and welcome to News Watching. I'm Matt Price.
And I'm Steve Durr. Coming up tonight, major winter storm affects many upstate, including those in the Ithaca area.
Charges have been filed in connection with the 2017 hack of Equifax.
And one Major League Baseball trade finally moves forward while another is called off. All that and more on News Watching tonight.
Major developments in a case dating back to 2017. 4 members of the Chinese military were charged on Monday by the Justice Department for hacking the credit reporting agency Equifax. This resulted in a massive data breach that compromised nearly half of all Americans' personal information, including birth dates and social security numbers. Attorney General William Barr called the alleged hackers' actions a deliberate and sweeping intrusion into the private information of the American people. The 2017 breach resulted in a $700 million settlement between the company and the Federal Trade Commission, to compensate those who were affected. As for the perpetrators, they are currently not in U.S. custody, and officials have addressed that there is a small chance they will come to the country to stand trial.
The February 7th snowstorm finalized at 13 inches here in Ithaca, New York. The storm caused all schools and colleges to close last Friday, along with road closures all over the town. The TCAT service that runs all throughout Tompkins County was put at a halt Friday morning after road conditions were considered to be unsafe. The service was able to resume at approximately 3 o'clock that afternoon, but schedule had many delays within them. There were no reported accidents during the day as well.
The end of an era, that is the phrase surrounding the NFL right now, as longtime Chargers quarterback Philip Rivers has officially entered free agency. After 16 seasons, LA and 38-year-old Rivers jointly decide to move forward and go in a new direction. He leaves the team as the most prolific passer in franchise history, making the Pro Bowl 8 times and ranking 6th in NFL history with 397 touchdown passes and 59,271 passing yards. Rivers currently joins a list of big names currently on the market, which includes Drew Brees, Ryan Tannehill, Jameis Winston, Teddy Bridgewater, and Tom Brady.
After all the drama this past week in Major League Baseball, it is finally official. Red Sox outfielder Mookie Betts and left-handed pitcher David Price have been traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers, it is said, for Alex Verdugo, Jeter Downs, and catcher Connor Wong. Last week, the Minnesota Twins were also involved in this deal, but Boston was concerned about pitching prospect Brusdar Graterol after he underwent Tommy John surgery in 2019. As a result, the Dodgers and Twins engaged in a separate trade that would send Graterol, another prospect, and the 67th pick of this year's draft to LA, while the Dodgers sent Kenta Maeda and cash to the Minnesota Twins.
And Steve, while that trade was reworked, another was called off, this one too involving the Dodgers. The proposed deal that would have sent outfielder Jock Peterson and right-hand starting pitcher Ross Stripling to the Angels fell through this past Sunday. According to MLB Network insider Ken Rosenthal, the Angels aborted the deal as the Dodgers took too long to rework their deals with the Red Sox and the Twins. Back on Monday, Angels general manager Billy Epler released a statement saying in part, "There are a lot of components in deals that need to be satisfied before you get to a point where you are calling players and informing them. We weren't able to get to that point." The Angels would have sent infielder Luis Rengifo to the Dodgers in return. There is still a possibility, though, that he will be traded for pitching help sometime soon. And staying on the diamond, MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred just yesterday introduced a possible new expansion and format to postseason play.
Matt, don't laugh.
According to MLB insider Mark Feinsand and the New York Post, Manfred raised the possibility of increasing the number of teams from 5 to 7 in each league, as well as including a selection show on live television on the final Sunday of the regular season. The new format would include the 3 division winners and 4 wildcard teams from both the American and National League, with the top seed division winners getting a first-round bye, while the other 2 division winners and top wildcard seed would choose which of the bottom 3 wildcard seed teams they would like to face in a best-of-3 wildcard round. If this proposal is passed, then the new format could start as early as 2022.
The Malcolm X assassination case has been reopened after the latest Netflix documentary, Who Killed Malcolm X, was released onto the platform. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office has reopened the case because the film resurfaces questions about who did or who did not commit the crime. The famous civil rights activist was assassinated in front of his family on February 21st, 1965, while giving a speech at the Audubon Ballroom in New York City. The assassins convicted at the time were 3 members of the political group the Nation of Islam. While one has admitted of being a part of the assassination, the other 2 involved have maintained their innocence throughout the years. Now, a developing story here, as a parent has reported that her child got a text from a random Pennsylvania number last Friday night. The stranger that texted the girl, knew her name, age, where she lived, and her email address. This was due to the latest trending app, TikTok. The local Verizon store has stated that the app, quote, is one of the most dangerous apps out there. Even when your account is set to private, the app can still access all of your personal information. More details on that story to come as we hear of them. Now, Matt, this TikTok app, I really started using it, but now I'm kind of regretting maybe downloading the app.
It's very shocking how an app that was meant for kids and even teenage adults to dance their favorite songs and artists. It's amazing how it's come to this. It really is.
It was really becoming the new YouTube.
That it was, Steve, that it was. Coming up after the break, a moving tribute to Kobe Bryant during the Oscars.
And Manhattan sidewalk is littered with bricks after facade collapses off of a building.
And an interview with the reigning grade A moron Pete Johans as he kicks off his Be a Moron tour in the coming weeks. Stay with us.